Hello there everyone! So, as the title of this video says, we're going to be checking out Miraidon's moves and also a few new details that ElChicoEevee has leaked. But before we do all that, I have a link to ElChicoEevee's channel and also this video of Miraidon's gameplay for you guys to go check out. Please do it, ElChicoEevee gives us so much data, so much support in the Pokemon Unite community, and I think it's right that you go support them. I'm going to skip around this video, check out the moves and stuff like that, and then I have a few other bits of information too, like shinies and some battle pass stuff. So hopefully you guys are excited for that, and let's get into it. So here's Miraidon's movement, and there's its basic and boosted attack right here. Just fire some simple electricity. And then the move coming up right here is going to be Thunder Shock. And it just looks like a pretty simple beam of electricity. I believe he's going to show us what it does. And then he also gets Thunder Wave at level 3. Or 1 if you want it at level 1. Here's what Thunder Shock does. It's a 5-second cooldown, and it fires some electricity that deals damage. And I think it goes through multiple enemies. So pretty good. Good starting move, 5-second cooldown. Here's the other move Miraidon gets at level 1 or 3. It's Thunder Wave, has an 8-second cooldown. And it's targeted attack that will fire at an enemy and deal a bit of damage, and also slow them, leave them paralyzed. Maybe that's a stun, not 100% sure. And here's Thunder Wave being fired out as well, as soon as it comes out. Oh no, there it is. So the other interesting thing with Miraidon is it deploys a little electrical area. Now, if that electrical area is near a goal zone, then that goal zone becomes defenseless. And what defenseless means for a goal zone is you get instant scoring, which could be a little too strong. It's a Pokemon that's passive, gives it instant scoring, and its teammates instant scoring on goal zones. And instant scoring is like the Zapdos effect, Rotom, Regieleki, all of those have the same instant scoring effect. So Miraidon can just do that, and it looks like it just gets passive charge too. That comes from its little blue bar under here when it's fully charged. And Miraidon uses a move. With it fully charged, it deploys this electrical area. So let's go see. Does it just passively get it? Yeah, it looks like it just passively gets it. And that's a pretty short cooldown too. That's like every 10 seconds, maybe 15. Maybe it's not that short. But if it uses a move here again, it deploys the electrical area. And, I don't think that gives it any bonus effects outside of instant scoring. Level 5, it gets the choice between Charge Beam and Electro Drift. And Charge Beam has 2 uses. And you can charge up an attack, fires the beam in a straight line, and it once again pierces enemies. Here's Charge Beam again. You lock onto a target, and then you just fire the beam. And then you can also deploy your electricity still as you passively get it. Oh, I also think I forgot to mention that Charge Beam is a 2-use move, as you can tell by the little thing up here. And it looks to have a decently long cooldown, like a 10-second cooldown as well. So that's pretty interesting too. And its other move here is Thunder. And here's what Thunder does. There is an electrical cloud that is summoned in an area. And the electrical cloud will follow enemies. It'll target an enemy and then just follow them and keep hitting them with constant electricity. That will slow them over a period of time. And for me, this build, the Charge Beam Thunder build, feels like more of a mage build. And when we see the other build, this is more of like a mage build and the other one's more of like an offensive build. But there's the Thunder doing its thing, following enemies. And it throws down like 5 electricity shots here, I think. Right, 1, 2, 3... 4, 5, yes. So here's a weird thing that I noticed. I don't exactly understand this part of it, but when you use it, it sometimes keeps the charge. Maybe it's like overcharge or something like that. How long ago did he use the charge? Let's go see. He gets the charge. When does he get it? He gets it here. Maybe after defeating an enemy. You get this big special beam charge, okay? If you saw the electricity, I'll play it here again. But you see, you get this extra long, just fully charged up beam that you can just follow enemies with. And I guess you get that maybe after you defeat an enemy and have your charge fully up. I'm not 100% sure on how you get that. But you get a special charge, and you also get 2 other charges, and I guess it instantly fills up as an additional charge. I don't know. I can't explain that one too well. I was confused when first seeing it too. But this is the general idea of Charge Beam Thunder. We still have the Unite move to see, so I will fast forward to that. So the Unite move is coming up, and this is an interesting thing. So if you see when you use the Unite move, you get a big circle around you with also this additional circle here. And you fire somewhat like meteors. So you see you charge around and you can move it. And you fire big meteors. And I'm assuming the meteors will slow you maybe after you're hit. Not 100% sure on the effect. But pretty interesting. Pretty good too. And that seems fun. I like that you can move the meteors around. And also you can still move while firing those meteors. I'll even play it again here so then you guys can see once more. Since I'm still talking about it. But I find it pretty interesting because you see you get to move around, I think at your normal speed, and just fire more meteors. And that looks like 5 meteors again. So pretty good. Pretty interesting. So we're back, and ElChicoEevee is going to hit level 5 here soon, and we'll get to see Electro Drift. And I believe the other move was Parabolic Charge. So what Electro Drift is you get to charge through enemies with an electrical wheel here. And I'll back it up before we see that again. So you get to charge through. Once again, 2-use move. And it's a pretty short distance. This is more of its offensive, dash build. That's going to allow it to be super fast. More melee intensive too. The other one's more of a mage build, as I was describing earlier, because it's all long range moves. This one, like I said, you're going to want to get a bit more close. And Electro Drift has the same thing as Charge Beam, in that it gets a special charge that is extra strong. If you see here, ElChicoEevee just got the special charge, and it looks like a bigger range that auto-targets on to an enemy, and I'm assuming going to deal more damage. Here's its other move that it learns at level 7, alongside with Electro Drift, because this is another more melee move, and it's called Parabolic Charge. What it does is in this small little area around it, it will restore a bit of health and deal some damage, and slow all enemies it hits, and it will give it one more of its other move, being Charge Beam or Electro Drift. And also the more opponents this move hits, the more health you will recover. But you still only gain 1 charge of Electro Drift or Charge Beam. So you should see that here pretty soon. There you go. And then you see you instantly gain 1 charge back, and now it gets his big special move again. Oh, and there is the cooldown of the move again. So this is, it says 0 seconds, but I think it's 12 actually. It might be 0 because this is the boosted version. I'm not sure. But the user dashes forward in a direction, getting a little bit of electricity. If the electricity is stored twice in a short time, it gets this big boosted version of the move. And it gives it extra long range, dealing more damage, and also this move deals more damage if the opponent is at lower health. Still, pretty interesting, and pretty excited for Miraidon, and hopefully you guys are too. And now it's time to look at some of the other information ElChicoEevee has leaked. So one thing ElChicoEevee has leaked here is Miraidon, once again, like I said, can weaken some goal zones, and also Phalanx is now officially leaked by ElChicoEevee. It was leaked a while ago, but now it is officially leaked, and I think it's even on the test server now. I have another page for that, so we'll see what it says there. But Phalanx can grab more energy than normal, which is pretty interesting. Also, the Ghost-style Zoroark will get some special effects, so it'll get move effects, and the Venusaur Battle Pass will return. And here's the more controversial edition, but pretty exciting still. Shinies! Shinies are going to be coming into the game, but it might be paywall, which is not great. Hopefully there's a way to get shinies for free, but you can get stats And, you know, the stats are, like, fine. Like, 50 more health, 5 attack, 8 special attack. Which I think it's good that they aren't, like, massive bonuses. Like, if 50 health is, like, okay, you know, what are you gaining really from that, you know? Sure, you might live a one-off fight. You know, they're pretty pointless, which is good. It's good if they're going to be paywall that these bonuses are pointless. But, you know, it would be better if it was just free, because, you know, everyone's been wanting shinies. And I think having to pay for shinies is, like, you know, bit unfortunate. Our other piece of news is that Ceruledge is also going to be coming, so I think it's going to be, like, Miraidon for Pokemon Day, maybe Phalanx, like, end of March, beginning of April, something like that, and then Ceruledge maybe late April, beginning of May. I'm not sure exactly how it'll release, but pretty interesting. Ceruledge, so another Generation 9 Pokemon, which I would expect, you know, Generation 9 is the new generation, and Ceruledge, I think, is a pretty popular Pokemon, so I'm pretty excited for that. And here's a little look too. Miraidon is playable, and Phalanx is playable. So this, I think, confirms that Miraidon will be the first to come out, and then Phalanx will come out later, because why would Miraidon be 1 and Phalanx be 2 if this wasn't going to be the first one coming, and Phalanx would be the second one. So Miraidon, like I said, probably coming Pokemon Day. Phalanx probably coming like sometime March, April-ish. Hey there, everyone. While editing, I saw some new information come out, like this dragon event happening, and also there's Phalanx gameplay. Now there's a new dragon event, it looks like, happening for Pokemon Unite, which is pretty exciting, and it's going to feature Miraidon, and a new game mode according to ElChicoEevee.